I decided to call this book Always With You for a couple of reasons, really. First of all, I've discovered since losing my daughter Caron 4 years ago to breast cancer, that the pain of losing someone that close and that dear to you is always with you. You just have to, in the end, learn to live around it as opposed to move on, which a lot of people expect you to do. But that's impossible when you lose a child. And the other reason is I've discovered 4 years down the line that the memories are always with you. And whereas at the beginning, all I could think about was what I was missing out on in terms of Caron, nevertheless, 4 years down the line on this journey of coping with loss, I've discovered that those glorious memories are also always with you. And fortunately, they begin to take over a little bit, which helps to ease the pain. But we all will have to deal with loss or grief at some point in our lives, which is one of the main reasons why I've decided to write this book. And if I didn't believe it would help everyone who suffered a loss of some sort, then I wouldn't have embarked on the journey at all. But Caron was writing in her own diaries, which are not chronological, they were more observational. She was writing about what she had learned during her 7-year battle with cancer. And this book, Always With You, is about my battle, if you like, and our family's battle with losing Caron, losing such a vibrant light out of our family life. So I decided to put into it not only our family experience, but also experiences which I learned about from thousands of people who were kind enough to write after Caron died, passing on bits and pieces of information, little nuggets sometimes, but when you're desperate on a certain day, those little things mean so much. I call them tools in the tool bag. I call it my toolkit. And really, that's how I made my journey back to the living, because I thought at one point that the death of Caron might push me over the edge. And I certainly, at the time, never thought that I'd ever laugh or smile or enjoy life again. So it's been a big journey for me, but I've been helped enormously by huge letters that have come from people whom I will never meet. Huge letters, I say, in importance, because one of those letters, for example, said, you know, you will never get over this, which at the time I thought was really harsh. But this lady said, in time, because she had lost her son, in time you will learn to live around the loss of your child. You will just learn to live with it. So I call it the black hole. The black hole is there, will always be there. But then I discovered that there's no way you can fill the loss of a child and no way you'd want to. So I've learned to skim around that and to live with it. But the book primarily, through other people's letters, through other people's examples, and particularly through my family example, will, I hope, be of enormous use to some of you watching this very broadcast. So if you're in that position, I hope it does help you. I hope you find the book interesting when you read it. It was certainly an interesting, if that's the right word, process for me to go through while writing the book. But I have been very honest about it. I believe there's no point in writing a book unless you are honest. So the honesty is on the page, and I hope the help is on the page as well. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch.